What's going on, everybody? This is your boy, the Sports Doctor Spock, Mickey Coleman, and we are here with another great Saturday morning wrestling video. Here we have my boy James on Storytime with Dutch Mantel, talking about a story feud between two great Southern wrestlers, Jerry the King Lawler, and also promoters and bookers, and Bill Dundee. James and Dutch are going to speak right now on how these two really felt about each other. Was there really a beef? Any professional jealousy, maybe? I don't know. But let's see what these two have to say. And there will be a link to this video where you guys can go back and watch it. And don't forget to go and also follow when you subscribe here. Go and subscribe to Storytime with Dutch. Very good videos.
Says it seemed like there was always a professional animosity between Jerry Lawler and Bill Dundee. Might you know what begat this animosity?
Jealousy, basically. Bill came from Australia directly to Memphis. Jerry Jarrett signed his immigration papers, I guess, and he came in, and Lawler was a heel then, and I think they brought Bill in as a heel, and then they turned Lawler babyface, then they turned Bill babyface, and they're the two consistent faces of Memphis wrestling was Dundee and Lawler. And after a while, both of them were baby faces, and both of them had, I would think, professional jealousy of each other. And then Lawler actually bought into the territory.
See, I didn't know that Jerry Jarrett basically bought Bill Dundee in, signing his immigration papers. Jerry Jarrett had that type of stroke. Bring this dude on over here. I got a job for him.
He became a co-owner with Jerry Jarrett. But yeah, the whole time I was there, if one of them was in the main event and the other one, he displayed some jealous tendencies, and both of them, I've heard both of them say something about the other one. I don't know why I'm not the main event, or why they're going with him, or why we doing this. Of course, they were just talking to me. I had no answers for them anyway. But yeah, they're basically down deep. They don't really like each other at all. Now they get along now because of those days are gone. But back in the day when both of them were really, vying for that main event spot, yeah, there was a lot of jealousy between them.
Yeah, see, back in the day, these two were two of the hottest guys in that Tennessee territory. Bill Dundee and Jerry Lawler sold out the Mid-South Coliseum who knows how many times, and toured and feuded all over that area. And they were once tag team partners at one time. So would those two be always constantly going back and forth over who's going to be number one? I can see where there would be professional jealousy there. And and when you look at the other territories, Bill Dundee is a short. When he was young, was a short, muscular guy, and Jerry Lawler was a little bit taller, but he wasn't huge like some of the other champions back then. Neither one of them was quite as tall as Backlund or even Hogan, who's about 6'6", 6'7". Both of these guys are under 6 feet, or Lawler might be right at 6 feet.
Do you think on Bill's part, it's just, I'm just supposing here, but do you think, man, if Lawler wasn't booking half of the year, I could be just as over. I could be the face of Memphis like he was, but he's got a piece of the company. Do you think Bill had that confidence in himself that he could be the main star of this show?
Well, Bill, he booked Memphis for quite a while. Really, Memphis only did good with Jerry Jarrett's overseeing it all. Jerry had a wider vision, Jerry Jarrett did. He had a wider vision of what wrestling should be. And Lawler had a tendency to do stupid, crazy little spots and all, people showing up in boxes, and it would be more comedy than anything a lot of time, not the whole show, but Lawler would put that in there. And Bill tended to be more toward the traditional wrestling side, and they both booked when it did really, really well. But the time that I remember that it was doing so well was when Jerry Jarrett was booking, and Jerry Jarrett wasn't wrestling. Jerry Jarrett was a wrestler too, but when he was booking, he wasn't wrestling. So all of his time and energy was spent on getting all these other guys, getting a crew of guys over, and he did. Because when I think I got there from Puerto Rico around the end of 1980, and from 81 to like 84, late 84, it did nothing but not sell out business, but I saw a lot of sellouts in Memphis.
See, also, because Dutch used to book there some too, and Dutch also used to book in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico was a place a lot of American wrestlers would go and be able to make a lot of money. Maybe even more money than they were making in Tennessee at some wrestlers, because Puerto Rico and Japan paid big. So that's why Dutch was always back and forth from Puerto Rico to wherever else he was. Bill Dundee also booked some in WCW or the NWA at one point as well.
And of course, they had a lot of great programs going on at the time. Me and Lawler was one of the big ones. And then as soon as me and Lawler finished up, which I didn't know we finished up, it's just when I wasn't in the main event the next week, I kind of got my I got my notice then. But and then what followed that was Andy Kaufman and Lawler, and that stretched on for another 6 months to a year. And I think after that, Andy died not very long after that.
Yeah, 84, 83, 84 he died, I believe.
Yeah, that was about it.
Okay, well, I guess that's it for that interview. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe over on Dutch's podcast, Storytime with Dutch Mantel. If you have any more wrestling interviews you want to talk about or review on this channel, send me a link and we could do them and speak about it. And classic matches or more recent matches you want me to review, send me a link to them, and hopefully I'll be able to do them. But this is your boy, the Sports Dr. Spock. I hope you guys are enjoying your Saturday. You both, everybody have a great Saturday morning. I am out for now. Peace out.